Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Rivals Until Death. They are the teacher, you see me?
Can't wait till the season over.
Before we move on, like this video, share this video and subscribe with your friends. Let's say can't wait till the season done.
Yeah, can't wait till the season finish, brother. New season.
I know, let's not start with the all Premier League season there. The season just feel weird.
What you have to say weird? What do you mean?
As in, yes, the top 4, top 5 tight, but there's really no rivalry title. The bottom 3, them just relegated quick. There's no relegation battle. It's just competitiveness this season not really up there.
Okay, no, I get what you're saying. You're saying that literally the top teams are not really competing.
Yeah, Man United 17 for 60. Like, it's just weird.
Yeah, I get that.
And the media still not upon Manchester United case. If it was any other team, Chelsea, Arsenal, have a season like that, we would have literally see it every day on Facebook and Twitter. It's not the case. I want to know why it's the same way. You tell me that's what I say now?
But I never said I didn't see what you're saying. I'm saying that it's numb to people. They're seeing it every week. They're losing. I never said that.
Are not numb, teacher. Remember when you come 10th. See it every day in the media.
My point is this though. You feel like you just said something right there that I want to talk about. So what you're trying to say, the media more to hype up Chelsea than Manchester United?
They more criticize at Chelsea than Manchester United.
No, you're wrong.
Okay.
You're wrong.
I disagree. Because they have the worst of that every top 5 team, top 6 team have the worst. I'm still not seeing enough media coverage like when we did have a bad season.
I know for a fact though that
even when Arsenal used to compete for Europa place, everybody used to clown Arsenal.
Yeah, but
Arsenal never have a season like that.
Yes, but Jason, we know Arsenal get the most hate. Am I lying? Arsenal get the most hate. I can understand that.
From the media, them. Outside the money from fans like me.
No, Arsenal get the most hate from media.
Yeah, I'm not saying
both ways.
They don't get hate, but come on, bro. Nobody now will come up on them.
I understand what you're saying. You're saying that people should be talking about Manchester United more. Yes, I get that. But one thing I want to talk about though.
So you say when we did have a bad season, Manchester United get more flat than when Chelsea have a bad season? Talk it true.
What was your bad season? When you came what, 15, 16?
Like 10th. And
no, you came worse than that, than 10th.
10th we did come.
You came worse than 10th.
10 we did.
Didn't you guys come what, 13 or 14?
10 we did finish.
But
even that season where I thought, even though 10 will come, let's say that. We didn't have the media every year. Some Manchester United get more media coverage than we.
That was the $1 billion bottle job season?
Yes, we named the United media every freaking day.
I don't see it like that, you know. Unless I'm not remembering, but I didn't see it like that.
So you said them get more coverage than we did get more
yes, coverage? Them get more coverage overall.
Alright.
But one point I want to make though, if we had 4 or 5 more games, I don't even say 4 or 5, if we had 6 or 5 more games to play in this league, Manchester United would get relegated.
No, they wouldn't, because the bottom team them still are low.
That's what I'm saying. Look how close they are to the bottom. Look at it. Look at the points tally.
The reason they would not be relegated is the bottom team are losing as well.
Look at the points tally. They're on 30. They're on 30.
Because the bottom 3 teams just as awful.
Yes, but Leicester is playing. It's not like Leicester is not winning games. Leicester win a few games.
No, they're not.
Leicester won a few games. Ipswich won a few games.
They would not be relegated.
If they had 4 or 5 games, I feel like Manchester United would be relegated.
If it was another season, they would have been relegated. Because other season probably like when Wolves did it on the bottom, or when Forest did it on the bottom, they would have been relegated because those teams would have actually be competing. With Leicester, the Southampton, they're not competing. If it was like 2 seasons back and now a season like this, they would be gone.
I don't see it that way. Let's talk about the big game of the week. Arsenal versus
Liverpool. Liverpool scored 2 quick goals. Arsenal come back in the game with goals by Martinelli, Merino.
Yeah.
In that game.
Yeah, thoughts on the game. For the first 10 minutes, Arsenal was running over Liverpool. Liverpool hit us with the sucker punch, 2 goals. Goals by Luis Diaz and Gakpo. This season, I would say Gakpo has to be in the starting 11 team of the season. He has to be in there. And McAllister has to be in there. His performance this season. His performance has been tremendous. Up until I only remember him dropping form when he was injured and he was just coming back. But he's up there. Gakpo? Who's gonna make it over Gakpo this season? Who? Give me an example. Who you feel like should make it over Gakpo?
I would have a review it, but he's not gonna make it.
Yeah. Let me my thoughts back on the game. Second half, it's a two-legged game. Second half, Arsenal come out a better team. We've seen a big difference. I feel like we should have been doing this more ever since we didn't have no striker, but we've seen a big difference when Gabriel Martinelli started playing striker role. He was causing mayhem up there once he started playing that role. He scored a tremendous goal. Martin Odegaard again, tremendous in the second half. It was spraying them balls, man, magically. What's your thoughts on the game?
I thought Liverpool started off the game better. I thought Gakpo was until he scored the goal. I thought Gakpo was wasteful. He got chances where he could have scored.
The first 10 minutes? I said the first 10 minutes, Arsenal.
No, Liverpool started off the game better.
We had the better chances. Remember, Bukayo Saka, one-on-one with the keeper.
And he missed, but
yeah.
Yes, I think Liverpool started the game better. And then Arsenal gradually get into the game.
Okay.
But, yeah, good job in coming back. They did well to come back.
Yeah, and Mikel Merino once again scored again. He's the worst player that game though. Every time I'm seeing him playing the midfield, I'm like, I don't see what's the big deal about we signing him. But once he plays up front, yeah, he looks good. But in the midfield, he's too slow, way too slow. He can't turn on the ball. They was targeting him. Honorable mention though, Miles Lewis Kelly locked down Mo Salah. The whole game, Mo Salah. All Mo Salah was doing is just fouling him. We had Mo Salah.
Yeah, he has a bright future, but he still has a lot to learn. Champions League proved that. But I'm a fan of him. I think he's gonna be good, but I don't think he's the best left back in the league, as you said. But he's definitely one for the future for Arsenal and England.
So you say you don't think? Then give me who you think is the best left back.
Kirk has been having a better season than him. Kirk is having a better season than him.
Yeah, that's the only one I would say above him. Kirk is the only one for me.
How much red card he got in this season?
1.
Okay, you sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember they took away the other one from him.
Yeah, you're right. Newcastle 2, Chelsea 0. I'm disappointed about this game. And yes, I think Jackson challenged with a red card. But I still wanted to see consistency. Because the game that we played before this one, Virgil van Dijk has produced a red card tackle and they didn't call it. However, to me I feel disappointed by Jackson. Because even though we're down 10 man, in the second half, we had most possession. We were creating chances. It only leaves me with the question, if we had one more player, could we have come back in the game? I think so. We did get chances with 10 man and we didn't score. And unfortunately, they took their second chance and it was game over. But we still can qualify for Champions League by winning the next 2 games. I think we're still gonna win the next 2 games, playing Man United and Forest. So still have a chance.
Yeah, my thoughts on the game. You said you feel like you would have came back if you had 11 men. I don't see it like that. I see Newcastle running the show all game.
So when we were down 10 man in the second half, you didn't see we had more position?
Yeah, because Jason, if let's be honest right here. If you're leading a game, right, and they're down 10 man, just let them come on to you, and you counter attack and win the game. That's what they did in the last half. That's why they scored 2 goals on you.
No, I think we deserve credit for down 10 man and having that much position and creating that much chance. So I give them credit for that. However, we're still down 10 man without we are having position and creating chances. Right?
My question to you about the game though, you feel like you're gonna come in the top 4?
Top 5 is the aim. Top 5 gets a Champions League.
Why you can't just come to set a standard for your club and just stick to it? Why it's every time when you talk about Chelsea, the standard is here and then tomorrow the standard is there? What's wrong with the standards?
I'm just want to play Champions League football. Top 5 give us Champions League football. And that's what I want to play.
Yeah.
That's what I'm in for. I just want back to be in the Champions League.
And if you don't come in the top 5, what would you feel like should happen to the manager? You feel like he should stay?
Yeah. Because he's a good manager.
Okay.
Southampton 0, City 0.
Yeah, and I've seen this guy come out talking about, oh, they didn't want to play. They're at the bottom. It's your job to break them down.
Wait, which guy and what did he say?
What's his name?
Diaz?
Diaz, the captain. He came out about, oh, they didn't came to play, they just came to defend. Southampton, that's what you expect from Southampton. Southampton was at the bottom of the table. You didn't expect them to come out and play.
I wasn't expecting that result at all.
Me neither.
Shocked.
I expect them just to whitewash them, beat them down.
City just... I remember when City was exciting, bro. Even Pep, his tactics was more exciting. You have Sane, you have Sterling a run on the wing. You have Aguero. Then in tactics used to be fun to watch. Like, they're fucking hard to watch this season, bro. There's possession football like Barcelona and they're still entertaining, and there's possession football like City where they have a position but it's just hard to watch, bro.
Something I want to ask about. I don't understand why Pep Guardiola dropped Omar Marmoush though. As soon as Alan come back, he drop him. I don't get that.
Yeah, bad move, bad management, bad move. I think he should have started.
Yeah, I feel like he should have shot. He's been their best player ever since January, ever since he came in.
But again, it was a bottom half team, so probably he thought it was the perfect time to put back Alan back in the game coming from injury. So I could understand on a managerial point, this is Southampton, but the job.
Yeah, and then he started Phil Foden. This guy is having a poor season. I wouldn't even say poor season. He's having a ridiculous season. And then he started him in the game. I don't get what's going on with Pep Guardiola. He's like he's losing it. And I'm seeing a lot of these Man City fans. It's not even a lot of these Man City because they don't have fans. Like one of the fans, oh no, talking about, oh, they're back next season. I don't feel like they're back next season either. I feel like they need more players to be back.
I think probably once Rodri came back and they got a bounce back next season. Let's talk about United since the media doesn't want to talk about United. United 0, West Ham 2. Bowen scored, Soucek scored. He started a poor team in my eyes. I don't know what to say about them. You have anything to say about them?
I expected them to lose. I don't have nothing to say. I didn't expect them to win at all. They did what I expect.
Alright, it's early, but I want to have your prediction next season. Or you think about where United's going to finish? Inside top 10, outside top 10?
With this manager, and if they don't get no players, it's not even get no players because it's going to be the same shit. Same place. They probably finish 12. I'll put them 12, 11. That's the highest I would go.
I don't know.
They need a wash out. You know when you grab your clothes and just start washing it? That's what they need. They need new everything. They need a new manager. They need new players. They just need a new club for me.
But that's why I don't know reason why I'm gonna say the season is very weird. Spurs and United are having two of the worst seasons we've ever seen, but the reality is they can play Champions League next season.
That's football though.
That's crazy. Yeah, so yeah, I don't know about them.
Yeah, I don't expect any difference going forward next season, man. I just expect the same Manchester United. How long has this been going on for? It's just that now it's even worse.
But can you believe Spurs or Manchester United have a chance to play Champions League football?
That's cup football though.
Yeah, but they still have a chance to play Champions League football. That's crazy.
That's cup football, and I feel like stuff like that, they need to do something where that's not possible for a team to be performing this poorly in their league and then still get the opportunity to play in the ultimate league. They need to fix that.
Yeah,
because you can't, for example, you're going to tell me if Nottingham Forest don't make Champions League this season, one of those teams should make it and Nottingham Forest shouldn't?
It's kind of tough, but the rules are the rules. But yeah,
They need to fix that.
tough.
They need to fix that.
Spurs 0, Crystal Palace 2.
Expect it again.
Not a shocking result.
Yeah, I expect that. I expect it.
I just have a feeling, one little feeling that I'm going to be United. I just have a feeling, bro.
Oh.
I feel Spurs are going to be United.
Yes, I feel like that too. I feel like that's. I thought it was just me alone.
Technically, United supposed to win, but I just have a feeling Spurs are going to take.
For the this season, they have beaten United 3 times this season. So it's not like I don't expect them. I expect them to win.
But Spurs, they're going to win. I feel so.
I expect Spurs to win.
Okay, let's move on to our predictions. We have Aston Villa versus Spurs.
Villa again. That's who I feel like is gonna make. That's who I feel like is gonna get the last spot of the Champions League. You know.
I don't think
Aston Villa. I don't feel like Chelsea is gonna make it. I don't feel like Nottingham Forest is gonna make it.
I don't think Villa's gonna make it. But predictions, I think they're gonna beat Spurs pretty easy. Another 2-0 like Crystal Palace. Aston Villa win.
I go for 3-1.
We have Chelsea at home to United.
Chelsea at home to United.
Chelsea win.
Draw game.
Now we're gonna batter them blood clay. Chelsea win 3-1.
Manchester United normally step up when it comes down to big games, so I'll go for a draw game. Bruno Fernandes.
That's true, but I feel knowing that we lose against Crystal Palace and this game means much more to win than them, and they're playing this poorly, we have to win.
When is the last time that you beat Manchester United?
We beat them last time, I think.
No. The game draw. You haven't won them in a while.
No, we won them last season. Cole Palmer winner. Boom.
You haven't beat them in a while.
We win them last season. The last game of last season.
I don't remember seeing Chelsea beating Manchester United, bro.
Cause that's you. You know, watch rival teams.
I just know for a
The
fact.
winning goal was, let me recreate it since you're not a member. The winning goal was Enzo Fernandez get a corner. Palmer come short. Them now mark him and give Palmer. And Palmer bust up them bomber clan net.
I just
when they win 4-3, win them last season, I will draw this season.
I just
and we're
know-
going to win them Friday 3-1.
Draw game, I score draw game 2-2. I just know that Manchester United normally step up when it comes on to Chelsea. Majority of these Manchester United and Chelsea games is normally a draw. So that's why I go for a draw.
We're going to win. Confident we're going to win. Arsenal versus Newcastle. Arsenal at home.
Arsenal at home, Newcastle need to win, Arsenal need to win. Honestly, I don't really care about this game. I just want the season over. I feel like it's either a draw game or Arsenal win. But I'm gonna go for a 2-1 win to Arsenal. But it wouldn't be surprising to me if Newcastle beat us either.
I want Arsenal to get the result, but I think Newcastle, with Champions League football in their mind, I think they're gonna come out with a win. I would say Newcastle win 1-0. Brighton at home to Liverpool.
Brighton is at home to Liverpool. Liverpool is on the beach, so I'm gonna go for Brighton to win. Brighton will win 2-1 Brighton.
Yeah, Liverpool may not play for anything. I'm not gonna have them losing though. I'm gonna have them 2-2 draw. Then we have Man City at home to a good Bournemouth team. What do you think about that game?
Man City's at third, right?
I think so.
Yeah, they're at third.
Not
Yeah, they're at third. They're
sure
third.
Newcastle
Yeah.
at third?
Is it them or Newcastle? One of the two.
Yeah, so Man City at home to Bournemouth.
I feel like this is gonna be a
Man
draw
City at
game.
fourth, Newcastle at third.
Yeah, I feel like this is gonna be a draw game. I'll go for another draw. I score and draw 2-2 again.
That makes sense. Because the result last week not giving me any confidence in City. Bournemouth always play tough, but even though City really need that point, that draw against Southampton really rubbed me the wrong way. So I agree with you.
Yeah,
2-2.
Bournemouth normally give anybody a fight. I like the striker that they have. What's it?
Evan Nelson.
Yeah, Evan Nelson. He's good. Yeah. Why don't Brazil use him? They should use him as striker. They need a striker. What happened to him? They could use him.
I don't know.
You read him?
I don't watch much about him to say anything about him.
He kept the defender always on their toes when he's playing. Every time I've watched him play, he has those defender thinking, man. That's I'm like.
Speaking about Brazil, even though we have a lot more work to do, and I don't think we're gonna win a major title in the near future, I'm still happy that Carlos is our coach. I think he can have these players playing better. I think the players are going to love him.
If you want me to give my honest opinion on him, I feel like he's one of those. He's on. What shall I say? I want to say one of those. He's on his. How could I say this now? He's degrading. That's what I get from him. He's the type of manager. He used to be good. Now he's like a Jose Marina now. That's how I see him.
I can understand what you're trying to say. His results have been dipping, so I can see that.
It's not even result. I just feel like you in this day and age that we live in, you need like fresh mind managers. You don't need no really.
Yeah, but this is a new start for him, and cup competition different from a whole full season.
Yeah, but the whole Brazil team is young, it's youth, and those guys don't want to defend.
They have a somewhat experience with players like Vini, who has been into various Champions League. Rafinha has been well.
Yeah, but you're naming all those guys. The main problem with Brazil team is that they can't defend. They don't want to defend these guys, and that was the main problem with Real Madrid. And I feel like it's the same thing is gonna happen again.
No, I think he's gonna have them playing better football. Whether I win or not, I don't think so. But he's gonna have us playing better, and I'm excited as a Brazil fan. And shout out Fairfield University, man. I love Fairfield University, and I love this weather.